The moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. Nintendo has officially revealed the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's everything fans have been buzzing about. The trailer dropped, and it's packed with details that confirm some of the biggest leaks we've heard. So, let's dive right in. First off, the trailer gives us a side-by-side comparison of the original Switch, not the OLED version, but the original, and the new Switch 2. Immediately, you notice the size difference. The Switch 2 is larger and boasts a much sleeker, more premium design. The screen stands out, it looks vibrant, but here's the thing. Despite initial impressions, this might not actually be an OLED display. Compared to the OLED Switch, the bezels on the Switch 2 are noticeably thicker, which matches previous leaks hinting at an LCD screen instead. Moving on to the hardware changes, we've got some exciting upgrades to talk about. The new Joycons are significantly larger, which is a huge relief for those who found the originals a bit too small and fiddly. The buttons are also bigger, making them easier to press, and the joysticks have been upgraded too. But the real game changer here is the inclusion of mouse functionality in the Joycons. Yes, that's right. Both Joycons now feature optical sensors, and when connected to a new attachment, they can function as a mouse on a flat surface. This opens up a whole new way of interacting with the console, and Nintendo is likely to promote this feature heavily. Imagine using one Joy-Con to move and the other for aiming. It's a creative twist we didn't see coming. Another key change is the way the Joy-Cons attach to the console. The Switch 2 ditches the sliding rail system for magnetic attachment, making it far more intuitive to connect and detach the controllers. However, this redesign comes with a potential downside. The physical connector, which is now on the console itself, is much larger and exposed. This could make it more vulnerable to damage, and if something happens to it, you'd need to repair or replace the entire console, not just the Joy-Con. Still, the magnetic system is a major improvement for ease of use, especially when attaching Joy-Cons to accessories like the new grip. Lastly, one subtle design change worth mentioning is the removal of the light ring around the home button. While it's not a feature many people relied on, it's one less thing to draw power, likely a small but intentional cost-saving move. Now, let's move on to the topside changes. One of the things that immediately caught my eye was the new sensor located on the top of the console. This matches up with previous leaks suggesting that the ambient light sensor would be moved from the display to the top edge. It's a logical change, aligning with the Switch OLED's design evolution. This adjustment not only improves the sensor's functionality but also keeps the screen area looking cleaner. Speaking of the top, let's address the USB-C ports. The Switch 2 now has a USB-C port on both the top and the bottom of the console. This is a fantastic quality-of-life improvement because, previously, charging the Switch in tabletop mode was impossible without some awkward workarounds. Now, with ports on both ends, charging and docking become significantly more versatile and user-friendly. And then there's the dock. Nintendo gave us a brief look at the new dock in the trailer, and it's a departure from the previous models. The design is more rounded, and the placement of the power indicator light has shifted slightly. Interestingly, Nintendo hasn't revealed much about the dock's ports or other features yet. We didn't see the sides or back of the dock in the trailer, leaving us to wonder about its connectivity options. However, one thing we do know is that the large connector speculated in leaks to include a GPU is nowhere to be seen. So, it seems like this dock is a more traditional setup, with no onboard hardware to boost graphical performance. Now, let's talk about the console's overall design and build. From what we can see in the trailer, the Switch 2 appears thinner and more refined compared to its predecessor. However, there's some debate here. Previous leaks suggested that the console would be significantly thicker to accommodate new hardware, and certain angles in the trailer, especially in tabletop mode, do make it look quite chunky. It's possible that the promotional footage downplayed the thickness to emphasize its portability. Either way, the new coating and sleek lines give it a premium feel, a step up from the original's more utilitarian design. And now, let's shift gears to what might be the most exciting part of the reveal: Mario Kart 9. Yes, it's finally happening, and we got our first look at the game in the trailer. One standout feature is the improved drawing distance. You can see more of the track and environment than ever before, which adds a new layer of depth to gameplay. Multiplayer has also been taken to the next level, with support for up to 24 players in a single race. While the graphics stay true to Mario Kart's signature cartoony style, they didn't look as groundbreaking as some fans might have hoped. That said, this could simply be early footage, and the visuals might be polished further before release.